Bainfeld, a.k.a. Mr. Clean, because my life is clean now. For 40 years, I was addicted to drugs and alcohol, big time. I'll be 57 next month. I've been clean and sober now for 3. Spent the last 18 years in and out of prison because of my habit. It has affected me greatly. Jobs, family, so much to where I never thought I'd ever be sober. But, I've always loved the Lord, too. But you can't love the Lord and say, I'm going to do it my way. I love you and just give you part of it. I'm going to tell you something. When I finally let him just come in and clean this mess up, it's just been wonderful. One of the hardest things you're going to do, and thank God for Lewis-Burnett, is when you start off looking for jobs, already we're considered like lepers. We're felons. Like you people can't make a mistake. You just ain't been caught. So, just to give you an idea, I went down to ACIC because I wanted to see what they had on it. Arkansas Criminal Information Center, just like an NCIC. The printer started up, one page kicked out. I said, it's all right. Well, when it's finally kicked out, I had to see 1, 2, 4 pages. It's just Arkansas. Glad I didn't get Texas. So I said, man, I got a lot ahead of me. But I want to tell you something. The first thing you want to do when you get out, I worked in the computer lab, Department of Workforce. Yeah, this fella. Now, what the first thing you do is you come up there and get registered. First thing you want to do is sign up for the CRC certificate. Have you heard of that? The Career Readiness Certificate. It's almost like taking an entrance exam to college and SAT, but it's signed by Governor Mike Beebe. Now, I got a silver. I ain't done no schooling since 1975, and I missed like one question to get the gold. The gold, silver, bronze. The gold gets you in an upper echelon of jobs. The silver gets you in about 65% of companies that normally wouldn't take somebody, and then the bronze follows suit after that. Well, one of the things this does for you is it lets you feel like you still amount to something. They know when you take this test and you go to a job, right off the bat you're going to know how to do filing, color coding, simple things that people take for granted. And now they're going to make it mandatory before long. Some of the jobs up there require that. Another thing, a lot of people don't know nothing about computers. You know what I'm saying? What about you in prison? They don't even hardly let you get close to one. Not a problem. Lewis-Burnett has a computer class. I went to the library at, downtown. I got these all out of order. But, and I took, we gave the basic, then I took Word and Excel. That guy gave me a certificate. Files, folders, security, maintenance, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Bam, you put this in a portfolio. You make you like a little portfolio. Because we got to work harder than the next people, okay? We just can't walk in and say, look, I need a job. Okay? Already, I've been interning for the Martin Luther King Commission, Metropolitan Housing Alliance, and now Workforce. They still have some stipulations about hiring felons. That's not a problem. There's other companies that will. While I was at the Metropolitan Housing Alliance, I got Employee of the Year and gave me a certificate. I put that in my portfolio. You get any kind of certificate, anything you can get to show people who you are. You know what I'm saying? I spoke at Veterans Affairs to 30 of their counselors. They got credit. This old drug addict fella telling counselors what they can do to help empower the people that are around. And all this is believing in yourself. Well, this is from Lewis-Burnett. I did law day here. I was on 88.3 KPF radio. I'm going to be on there Christmas Day at 2 p.m. Join that radio. These people, I'm not doing nothing. They're coming out of the woodwork, asking me to come speak. Just talking about my tragedy of what happened to my life. Ooh, guess what I get to go do? I get to go to the prisons. Ray Hobbs approved me to go to the prisons before you guys get out to tell you what's really going on out here before you sign a document. Come out here and they say they're going to do this and that for you. Got a badge in my pocket. I go in the front door now. You know what I'm saying? Got it now. I'm like, little badge. I got that thing here. Hold up. Who you messing with? It even has ABC on it. Feel me? Scary picture. You know what those look like. No big deal. How many of y'all been locked up? How many? Did you just sit in prison? Did you just lay there? Did you do something? Did you work in the kitchen? Regional maintenance? Laundry? interested in putting someone on an application, you know what you do? You got skills right there, right? You worked in a lodge, you got laundry experience, you've been a cook. What'd you do for the last 2 years? I worked for the state of Arkansas. I was incarcerated. You don't lie about it. They're going to know you're incarcerated. Use that to build what you've done. You don't just hide that chapter in your life. When I go for interviews now, I go in and take my portfolio, my resume, and I say, look at here. Before this gets going, I've got a background. If this is going to impede this interview, you need to let me know now, because I got places I got to be. They look at me like I'm crazy. But I'm dead serious. Don't waste my time. There's people, we are going to work harder than the next person because we need this job. People out there just taking things for granted. You know what? Inside of each and every one of you is somebody that's wanting to be a winner and a survivor. Society wants to put us down. Guess what? We're in your neighborhoods. We're in your face. We're getting out. The way we project ourselves in our everyday life and what we do, remember, you're under an eyeglass. Make sure your actions are one of professionalism and etiquette. If they see you guys out there knocking over Coke machines, pushing people around, doing things in public, oh, that's a felon. That's what a felon does. Boom. It's not what a felon does. I'm a person, just like anybody else. I make mistakes. I'm a good hard worker. And I want someone to recognize that and give me a chance. And you know, it may not happen right away. You're going to have some doors slammed in your face. But if you stay focused, if you try to further your education, get the certificate, go take computer classes. These are all free. Lewis-Burnett, my first outfit, I went to Goodwill, and they gave me a tie, a pair of pants, and a shirt. And I went to interview at Mrclean Commission and got the job. Eddie Swain was here at that time. These people will do anything in the world to help you if you take advantage of it. A job's not going to come to you. You've got to look at the more applications you put out there. Don't get, what I'm trying to say, don't get down. Because it ain't no fun looking for it. I'd rather be sitting at home watching reruns of Beverly Hillbillies or something than getting out there and talking to these folks. But you know what? If you got a skill, if you want to learn a skill, focus on it. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on yourself. They won't do their best to help you here. Search avenues. Like for one thing, when I got out of prison, I lost everything. I all my contact information, names. Oh, the library. Google's wonderful. Just Google everything you can think of. Write that information down. Get it ready so when you go in to do a resume workforce, it builds it for you in Microsoft Doc, which is one of the number one accepted formats. You just fill in the blanks and it builds the resume for you. You can upgrade it, change it. Never lose sight of who you are. Forgive yourself for what you've done. God's already forgiven you. Isn't that correct? Yeah. So if He's forgiven you, I think I should have to kicking myself in the butt or something. I'm my worst enemy. Not anymore. I believe that God won't let me down. And I believe there's good people out there. I believe there's people that are willing to help us. And I believe if I just apply myself and go in that direction, everything's going to be okay. It may not happen as quick as I would like. It will happen. Have I covered everything pretty well? I'm fixing to go upstairs. I'm part of the Reentry Coalition now, helping to get things changed in our fair city, in our state. Who better than a guy that's still on paper? Don't tell me a bunch of malarkey of what's going on. Let me tell you what's really going on when a person comes out of prison. What he's got to face. Can't get a passport. You can vote now, though. Thank God. Yeah. If you get on paper, you go down and register to vote just like you, a normal citizen, productive, and can say who's running our offices. I've been invited to go to churches outside the country. I can't get a passport right now, but I'm working on that. I don't care about the handgun. If I can vote and I can leave the country, I'm good. Don't strip me of everything. That's what the coalition and these organizations are doing. Community and public is getting involved now. Until one of their precious little children gets in trouble, they don't want to care about us. Well, that's the other one. Guess what? Misfortune can happen to anybody. You need to be involved. You're going to have felons moving into your community. Help them out. Make a way for them. Find a job. Don't shut your door and treat us like we're secondary citizens, because I got news for you. We're far from that. human being just like you, driving that nice little Lexus, and I ride the bus for right now. You know what I mean? Got my license back yesterday after 7 years. Me says one of the prettiest license pictures you've ever seen. You know what? You know the things I took for granted? I can drive the church bus now. If my neighbor gets sick, I can drive her car and take her to the hospital. I took my life away. Don't be an old fool like me. Spent 18 years in and out of prison, going back because you get a little bit depressed and down in your heart and what you're doing. Make a change right now. Start the day. Follow through. Listen to what people say isn't happening. Dream of possibilities of what can happen, and they'll come true. Because you're a winner, aren't you? You don't just accept second best. I mean, I'm asking. You know, in a marathon race, the guy that crosses the first place, he's the winner, right? You know what that last place person comes across the last place is? He was a winner too because he finished the race. He didn't quit. He didn't give up. So, wish me luck in my meetings where I'm going to. Listen to me on KABF 88.3 on Christmas Day. You can reach me at mrcleanministries@gmail.com. And I have different resource manuals I can email you on where to get clothes, food, how to prepare your credit, how to get your records expunged along with what they do. If there's anything, any direction I can point y'all in to help you, I have the connections and the ties, and I answer my emails regularly. So please feel free. It's 75 Mrclean all one word at Gmail, or Mrclean Ministries at Gmail. 75 Mrclean on Facebook, 75 Mrclean on Twitter, and I'm fixing to go to New York to get on 3ABN, folks, on Dare to Dream. This old felon, this old drug addict, because God changed my life, and now I try to empower others with that same wonderful joy that I feel inside me to share it. I want it to be contagious. I want it to touch you all through you, just like a cold. So I lived in sorrow and bondage for too long. Wonderful people. Stay focused. Never say never, and never give up.